Hello, Chalkers. My name is Christy, and I am an independent designer with Couture. Our logo there. So, today I am going to do our new transfer. It says, "Welcome to our home." So I've already taken it out of its plastic wrapping, or cellophane wrapping, I'm not sure. So when you take it out, first thing you want to do is flip it, and right at the top, write what your transfer is called. This just helps you to center everything when you're putting it back on. So this one's called "Welcome to Our Home." I don't know why I had to look at that. So I'm just using a Sharpie on the back and doing, it's not the nicest writing, but at the very top of it, that way when I center it back on, it's gonna go back on. Because we're going to cut it on the lines just to make applying the transfer easier. And there's this little decorative piece right here that goes on the wreath if I wanted to add little berries to it. That's not really necessary, actually, I'm not going to cut that. So then on the back of this one there's nothing. So I'm going to take my Sharpie again, and I'm going to write at the top. And you can pick a corner, that makes it easier. I usually pick the top right corner. So I'm just going to write home. And that way when I put it back on, it'll just go on correctly. So, let's get started. So I have this. This is not a Couture surface. But it can hang, there's spots right here and right here, so it can hang this way or this way. And for this one, what I'm thinking is, I'm going to do home there, and I'm going to do welcome to our, and I'll center that. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to put them yet, actually, because this that I picked up is a chalkboard, and it's also magnetic, which is kind of fun. So with this surface, I've already waxed it. Now I did that just to protect the original surface, so that when I remove this, when I get another transfer that I really like, it should come off pretty clean. So I'm going to make sure that I've got it like, okay, so the top. So now I was kind of thinking of overlapping it. So that I can use the bottom part to put whatever on the bottom. I don't know what I would put on. Flyers, mail. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and center it. Because like I said, it's removable when you use our chalk paste. This is our bright white chalk paste. It is water soluble, so you can wash it off with water, but at the same time when it dries, you can touch it, you can rub it. As long as you're not putting any liquid on it, any moisture on it, it'll stay put until you want to remove it, which is nice. Okay, so first thing I want to do, I've never used this one before, is, and we do have fuzzing cloths. I do not own a fuzzing cloth. They weren't available when I purchased, and I found that a towel works just fine. So when I say fuzzing, what I mean is when you pull this transfer up, you'll notice it's sticky back. So now what I'm doing is fuzzing it, so that's going to pull up a bit of the cloth onto the sticky surface so that it'll come off easier and it won't stretch, because this is the first time I've used it. Now, that being said, because it's the first time I've used it and it does feel like it's got quite a bit of adhesive on it, I'm going to fuzz it twice. And this is as simple as it is. And then I'm going to choose a spot. This transfer is so cute. Happy Valentine's Day! I already did so many Valentine's crafts, and I got this in the mail yesterday, so I'm dying to use the Welcome to Our Home transfer. Put that over there. That's not very centered at all. We do have a tape that you can buy that gives you your dimensions so that you can make sure it's exact centered, but I find that I can usually line it up pretty well with my eyes. Like, I don't know, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so now, because this is such a big surface, like sometimes, like if I was gonna overlap, I wouldn't do this right away, but I'm not gonna overlap it. I'm gonna do it right at the top. I'm gonna fuzz this one too. Just sticking it to the surface and pulling it up. Sticking it to the surface and pulling it up. So now this part at the side here is your pieces for your wreath. Maybe I will disconnect that actually. So I've already kind of cut it. I'm just gonna stick it right back on. Because I think I will probably use the berries. I'm trying to get it exact just because I already have a cut line on my paper and my transfer. So I'd like that to come. Scissors. So I'm going to cut all the way through it, and then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm just going to write. I'm just going to put the little berry symbol at the top right corner. There we go. Welcome to our, and I'm going to center that. A little bit better than that. There we go. So that's how I've decided to center it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I have quite a few colors. I've got your basic red, blue, yellow. I've got a green, silver, gold, white, black, teal, pink, guava. But the only blue that I have is this navy blue. It's called Midnight Sky. But I'm looking at the Pantone colors for spring, spring, summer 2020, and I really like the look of the mosaic blue. So it's, it's a deep blue. It's not quite a true blue, but it's deep. So I'm wanting to get that color. So I'm going to take my old white, it's my new white. This one's fairly empty. And I'm gonna mix my own color. And I love doing this because you get so many different variations when you can mix your colors up. I'm just gonna grab a few stir sticks, little stir sticks. They fit perfectly in the bottles. And I'm going to pull up some of my white. Well, there's really not very much left in this bottle here. White is very basic and I use it often. And I'm going to put that down onto this surface here that I have. We do have mixing plates you can purchase from Couture. And they're a nice square. Like this is kind of works nice because it's got the curved edges, but our Couture ones are square and they're smaller so that all of your paste is going to stay in one little area. So once it dries and it's mixed up, I'm not going to be putting it back into a container because I don't have a custom color container. So I'm just stirring up my midnight, what is it again? Midnight Sky. So it's a navy blue, but maybe it's a little bit lighter than a navy blue. And I don't need very much of this because it is strong pigment. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of it. And I'm going to put it into my white. And I'm going to stir it. And what I'm trying to get here is the Pantone Mosaic Blue color. And you can always look up your Pantone colors. Pantone updates their colors on a regular basis, seasonally. And they're always available somewhere on any website. So now what I've got right now kind of looks like the faded denim, which is also one of the colors. So it kind of looks like the faded denim. But what I am going for is the Mosaic Blue, which is quite a bit darker than that. So I'm just going to add a bit more blue. Not a lot, you want to add just a bit at a time when it's these saturated colors because I'll put that there in case I need it again. Because your darker colors will overpower really, really fast. It's close. I'm looking at I screenshot it and I'm looking at the photo of Mosaic Blue right now. A little bit more of the blue. Just a bit. So when I signed up for Couture as an independent designer, I ordered the designer kit. And the designer kit last year for summer came with 5 colors. That looks pretty damn close. Ooh. So that looks quite a bit like Mosaic Blue. And you know what? I think I need maybe a bit more color, a bit more paste because this is quite a big design. So continue adding and mixing until I'm happy with how much I've got. And if you're mixing your own colors, the chalk paste does dry very quickly, but the beautiful thing about chalk paste is that it's water soluble. So you add water to this and it loosens right back up. Oh, that looks perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna put my lid back on my Midnight Sky. I'm not going to worry too much about the white because it is almost dried out, and I'm going to probably add another color and keep this as my brand new custom color. Okay, so what I was saying is when I first signed up for Couture last year, I got the summer package. So now when you get the designer pack, they send you five seasonal colors. So what I got was 1, 2, 3, 4, black, I believe it was. No, it was not. I didn't get a black actually, I got a green. Okay, so I got this stack of colors here. So right now, the package that they're offering doesn't have this green. Yeah. It has a raspberry sorbet color, which is a really, really pretty, like almost fuchsia color. Gorgeous. And each season they update the colors and the transfers that they're going to send you, as well as the boards that they're going to send you. Yeah, I'll send them to my Okay. So what I did when I made my second order is I got the primary colors. Now this is as close to primary as I could get, but that gives you orange, green, purple, and your white and your black to make it lighter and darker. And I also picked up the gold and the silver, which I love. This one's almost empty. I love it. I use it on a regular basis, and it's great for backgrounds. Shirts. I made a few shirts with them. I bought an ink in gold. So now I've got my color mixed. I'm pretty happy with that looking like mosaic blue. And I am going to do the H. And this is as simple as it is. You put it down and you pull it. And my custom color has a little bit of dried white in it. No big deal. If you do have any dried pieces of the chalk paste, it doesn't go through your transfer, so you won't have a big glob of chalky paste. So now I just pull over it and I squeegee, that's a squeegee. I squeegee it and take off as much product as possible, so it gives you clean lines. And then you pull it up. Now you pull it up so that the chalk doesn't dry, and pull up with the transfer when you're ready to pull it up. So I'm just going to rest it like this until the transfer part dries, and then I'll put it back down and do the wreath. So far so good. That looks exactly like mosaic blue. I'm pretty happy with how that's turning out. So I've got quite a bit of product left here. Maybe I made a little bit more than I needed. But being that I do have this container that's almost completely empty, I'm going to feed any of the leftover paste into this one, and I'm going to mix it up. So I will probably come out with the faded denim color in the container, but I can also add the blue as you saw, and so I'll have a custom color container. And once I close the lid, this will be usable for as long as I want. So I'm just taking my squeegee and getting as much of the product off of this plate and into the container. So now you can see it's probably pretty messy looking, but I can scrape all of this and stir it up. And there's some dried pieces at the side, but oop, I'm just throwing it all over myself. This is water soluble, like I said, so you just add water and the consistency comes back. And they suggest that you use distilled water because it's clean of any chemicals. So that'll help from any mold building up. Oh, that's looking nice. So this color that I'm coming out with now, after mixing it up, does look quite a bit like the faded denim, which is also a Pantone Spring Summer Collection color. So that'll work for something else. So this will be my first custom color container. And I do not have a color that looks like this at all, so that will be awesome. So I'm going to put my lid on, and I'll give that another stir. And I'm just going to allow it to soak the water in. All right, so yeah, that doesn't look like it's quite dry yet. To speed up drying time on your chalk, you can use a simple hair dryer. So now that's dry to the touch. It's not moving at all. And I'm gonna put my transfer back down. So I'm not gonna try and push this down over here, but I do want the wreath to be flat onto the surface. And I'm going to use the white. The white pops, especially off the black surface. And I do see I've got some, when I flipped it over, I've got some chalk over here that shouldn't be there, but like I said, it's water soluble, so when I'm finished, I'm just going to take a cloth and I'm going to wipe that off and it'll be gone. So I'm going to take, this is one of the mini squeegees, and I'm just going to I love the look of this wreath. Oh, that looks so sharp. Okay, so I'm going to pull this off now before it dries. Ooh, that looks great. And I'm going to put this in a water bath. So this is water soluble, as I said. I'm going to put this into a container that has water, face side down, and that'll start soaking off, and I'll clean that up afterwards. So now I'm going to use the rest of the white that's on my squeegee for welcome to our and offload any of the excess weight back into the white. Close her up. Pull it off, and this is going to go into my bath of water here. Now I do have a bit to clean up, as I said, so I'm just going to take a paper towel here, and I'm just going to some distilled water onto my paper towel. And just rub that off. I'm loving the way that this mosaic glue turned out. Okay. So now there's a little bit of, you can see a little bit of wax residue. So once this is fully dry, I'll go over it with a cloth and I'll get all that wax residue off of it. Because I did wax it before I started. This cute little sign that I found came with these little stands. I can just stand it out. I think that's super adorable. I hope it's centered pretty good for you guys. Like I said, it's magnetic. And here's the cool thing is a lot of our Couture products that you can purchase, the surfaces, are also magnetic. I do have a boutique board before I'm off camera. This is a boutique board. This came with my designer package from Couture, and it's also magnetic. And it's a chalkboard also. And this is chalk paste. I can rub this as hard as I want. It's not moving until I put water on it. When I put water on it, it'll be gone and I can start from scratch and do something new. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Please comment, like, share, press 1 if you are interested in finding out some more information about Couture. Press 2 if you're a designer and you're watching. Hashtag live and hashtag replay if you can, just so I know where I'm getting viewers. Couture just came out with a brand new catalog February 3rd of this month, and it is full of so many really, really cool brand new designs. I'd love to let you see. And if you're looking for any business information, you can sign up to be a designer at www.chalkcouture.com/Crafthands2020. The designer package starter kit is $129 Canadian plus your taxes and your shipping, and it gives you a bunch of transfers, 5 different chalk pastes, a whole bunch of business materials to get you started. You can also pick up a basic kit for $19 Canadian plus taxes and shipping to get started if you don't want to get the whole package. Also, there's Club Couture, and Club Couture is $26.99 Canadian per month, but you also get free shipping. So as a customer, you would be getting one of the exclusive transfers. So this one's transfer for a Club Couture customer, as well as an independent designer would be this transfer. As Club Couture, you get 3 paste packets, and then you can create your own things. As I said, this is all reusable, so you just wash it with water, you put it on its backing, and you can keep on changing your styles. You can change your colors, you can put it on different surfaces over and over again. Anyway, if you've got any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to message me. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Valentine's Day. Have a good day.